Alright, live test? Yes, we're live.
Hello,
Uh,
everyone. My name is XT, and I am joined today by Kenny Masterlin and Eshwan, and we're going to be bringing you game number 2. Game number 3
three.
of Karaoke Machine Broke versus Most Wanted. And right now, we are currently in Pick Band. Pro Draft just came back up, so we're going to be seeing on, how both teams are going to be faring. And while I set the stream, my co-casters Eshwan and Kenny Masterlin are going to be talking about the draft here.
Hey, she wants to do karaoke broke?
Oh, yeah. So the bands we have coming out here, the Vladimir, of course, the very well-known pick coming in against Swid B. The Warwick, I believe that is also probably a target band. I don't know these teams too well, so you guys might have to fill me in on some things. And the Tarek as well.
On Swither side, we have a Leona band, which is pretty much very known champion. Solo queue, you just can't deal with it. She just permas on you. Orn, also being banned. Really strong champion as well. Just, it's either pick or ban. Maokai, we've seen him before, during Season 7. He's really strong. And, I mean, it's good to see that he's being banned as well.
So, yeah, we do have most of the first-round picks coming in here. The Vayne and Tom Kench bottom lane, I would assume so, unless they will be running the Shen support with the TK in the top. But again, this does provide a very strong core to protect this Vayne as we get into the later phases of the game, where really you just need the Vayne to live as long as possible.
We see Sejuani and Alistar being picked up as well for side of red. Both picks are really safe. Alistar, great pick in lane. He has very good healing, which is sustain. He has CC. He's also a tank.
Yeah,
Sejuani.
To really just talk about like how the 7.24 meta is shaping up, we are seeing a return of hyper carries being come back with the Twitch being locked in, and also the Vayne due to the use of the Relic Shield and Overheal combination being very useful in the lane. What do you guys?
Both of these.
Yeah.
Both of these 80 carries here, hyperscaling 80 carries. I would expect both sides to be going with the Fleet Footwork, Overheal, and Relic Shield starts, both attempting to just keep themselves as safe as possible in the laning phase and let them farm up.
And we are going to be seeing the Shyvana being locked in here for Karaoke Machine Broke. Now, Shyvana is one of those picks where she really relies on her laners to win their matchups, and it's pretty interesting to see that, Shyvana's going to be locked in before all the matches are set in stone. But then again, the top lane is the only matchup we can't really avoid here, as right now they are going to be looking to counterpick probably the mid lane here, and it's probably going to be something like, the Zero to Orianna, and we are going to see the Orianna. So what are you guys' thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are both teams are really solid. They're waiting for the carries, for Karaoke Machine Broke. They're looking to help this Vayne out while having a Shyvana as another hyper carry, potential possibility. On the side for red, you see Twitch, really strong. We know from Arden meta, 3-item Twitch, game's ending. As well as the Nasus now coming out, which is another carry, just like Shyvana. However,
yeah, and we are going to be seeing the Nasus locked in for Risen Most Wanted into the Shen. Now that's going to be a really interesting pick, and Eshwan, do you have any knowledge of, like the Shen Nasus matchup, since I know you've recently switched towards the top lane here?
So, God, my first impression of this is that, it's a relatively standard tanking to tank matchup, but as it's slightly, they do have a lot more damage than you might expect, Shen, both with a lot of Q damage coming through. I would expect this Nasus to actually go with the Kleptomancy build into this, so it'll be interesting to see if Klepto allows him to outscale this Shen later on in the game.
Well, personally, my thoughts on this matchup, being Nasus and his jungler being Sejuani, they won't have much early damage, especially compared to the Shen Shyvana. So if anything happens and both junglers tries to gank top, I would expect Karaoke Machine Broke to be the one winning this trade.
Yeah, and we do see right now, we will be going through Champion Select one more time, since once again, the first draft is going to be done on Pro Draft, and then that will be transferred onto the in-game client. So while we're waiting, Another matchup I really do want to talk about, the Vayne being first picked by KMB here. What are your thoughts on like the first pick Vayne? Is Vayne back in the meta or whatnot, or is she just a comfort pick they want to take away from Riz's Most Wanted?
I think
lately...
Sorry, go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Okay. The Vayne being first picked here, I think the overheal, or they feel a little bit more confident being able to first blind pick that, both between the new, overheal, relic shield kind of builds coming out, as well as they know that they can pick the Tahm Kench to probably keep her safe. As you saw in the first rotation for the red side, they did take both the Sejuani and Alistar, and while it is a very heavy CC combo coming in from the jungle and support positions, that Tahm Kench pick will hopefully be able to keep the Vayne safe into that.
Lately we've been seeing lots of Vayne being picked. Like, Vayne seems really strong in this meta. However, into Caitlyn, Vayne's still like very, very bad. But maybe Karaoke Machine Pro, they know something we don't. Like maybe Switha, he doesn't play much Caitlyn or something.
Well,
that's why they're very
one of the things I would argue about the Vayne being picked here is because we do see a dominating amount of tanks here, such as the Maokai, the Ornn, the Sejuani, the Shyvana. Vayne's actually a good pickup to really counter those really tanky champions that build a lot of HP and whatnot. And considering that, like, I don't think any of these teams are going to be straying away from the meta, I'm not really surprised I'm seeing the Vayne here.
Yeah, I think one of the major win conditions here for this Vayne team will be, can they use the tools that they have between the Tahm Kench and having very, very at least consistent laning phases for the Shen and the Orianna here? Can they allow themselves to scale up, let their Shyvana do the farming that she wants to do for free, and not let the red team here get off early picks, the level 6 Twisted Fate, the Sejuani, the Alistar, all some very strong tools in the early game. So I think it comes into a battle between, can red side get off enough early picks, or will they blue team be successful in scaling up the way they want to?
Yeah, and overall, we're going to be waiting to see for this draft to be finished. As the last picks are going to be locked in. I'm just going to put this in the middle. And I think another matchup we do have to talk about is, once again, we are seeing the Shyvana, and Shyvana has been a very prominent pick, surprisingly, in all regions, actually. And even if the lanes are winning or not, Shyvana does offer a lot of tools that a lot of junglers actually don't have, such as a bonus damage on the Shyvana as towards Dragon, and just her fast neutral objective clearing, and her being able to be a prominent threat all game really makes her a force to be reckoned with. How do you guys think Shyvana fits in the meta? Do you actually think she can be considered a meta pick for the 5v5 competitive meta? We'll start with Kenny.
Well, personally, I think Shyvana is towards the weaker end in the meta in the 5v5 situation, because your teams will be more coordinated. They would know when she's trying to do Dragon and whatnot. But in solo queues, which we personally all played a lot of, Shyvana's a really strong pick.
And what about you, Ashwan? What are your thoughts on just, on Shyvana as a whole? Do you think she's a champion that is worthy of 5v5 play right now?
I don't personally know that much about and don't have a good feel on the jungle meta, but as largely a bot lane player, and seeing on the other side of the Shyvana being someone that she will end up ganking or trying to do a dragon into, she definitely seems strong in the less coordinated environments. That's kind of the thing that we'll have to see in this game, is can they make it work in 5v5? Of course, a lot of the time in a solo queue situation, she'll attempt to, clear a jungle, buy a pink ward, solo the dragon. Will the red team here be able to prevent that and keep knowledge on where she's at and not allow her to just free farm and not apply pressure on the map and still farm up?
Yeah, and right now we have to really consider, this Orianna pick coming out for Karaoke Machine Broke. We did see it last game being picked by Lil Swid B. Wasn't really effective when dealing with super tanks, but now against this team of pretty immobile carries, actually. Do you think how big of the impact do you think the Orianna will have in this matchup compared to the Twisted Fate?
I think a lot of that will come down to the early lane, I believe. I haven't played this matchup that much recently, but a lot of the times Orianna has a lot more tools than Twisted Fate does early to just lane safely. A lot of that will turn on, can Twisted Fate get off a good ultimate early as soon as he hits 6? and then a lot of that can swing into either Orianna continuing to scale safely later into the game, or will TF be able to force his ultimate and swing it with that? So I think that level 6 power spike point there will kind of determine what happens in the middle lane.
Yeah, and another thing that we really have to keep in mind is that there's a lot of protection on both sides. We see the Tahm Kench to Shen and Orianna for Karaoke Machine broke, and we do see the Alistar, and I would argue the Sejuani for Riz's Most Wanted. Kenny, which team do you predict comes out on top in this matchup?
Well, personally, I think Karaoke Machine broke would like be stronger. They have a really, they have a stronger point in the hyper carries where they have Orianna shields. She can also CC them. We have Tahm Kench and Shen. However, on the side of for the red, they only have Alistar being a tank as well as Sejuani. So, looking at it, I would just feel like towards the later of the stage, Karaoke Machine broke will have an easier time with the carries and like just carrying the game into a victory.
What about you, Ashwan? Which team do you think is going to be coming out on top here?
I would honestly have to say it'll obviously come down to execution, but I would also have to agree that I think on the blue side, KMB will be coming out on top. I do believe they will be able to play to their win conditions and scale correctly with how many protective tools they have for this Vayne, as well as multiple threats in other lanes. Whereas I believe the red team will have a harder time, a harder execution to get a TF off the ground, get a Twitch off the ground, as opposed to have Shyvana farm, have Vayne farm, etc.
Yeah, and now as we head into the loading screen here, we're going to be featuring both teams, Karaoke Machine broke and Riz's Most Wanted. They both want to start off the season with 2-1, or Riz's Most Wanted wants to get off their losing streak, while Karaoke Machine broke, they want to be able to get a 2-1 scoreline here. So right now we're going to be switching into the loading screen here. My name is XT. Today I'm going to be joined by my fellow co-casters, Kenny Masterlin and Eshwan. We're happy to bring you today's game. And here we go. I guess. Okay, I'm kind of burnt out right now because, you know, this is like my fourth cast of the game, I guess. Anyways, here on the side of Karaoke Machine broke, we have Karaoke Machine on Shen, Jim Cantor on the Shyvana, Hiccup 1357 on the Orianna, Trashed on the Vayne, and Beats by Pix on the Tahm Kench. However, on what's their team name? Riz's Most Wanted, we have Grace Robber on the Nasus, Hot 'em Up on the Sejuani, Slow Swidby on the Twist of Fate, Swida on the Twitch, and Great Power Van on the Alistar. What are you guys' thoughts on this game as a whole? What do the teams need to do? We'll start with Eshwan.
I think the main win conditions we've talked about a little bit here. On the blue side, it's all about scaling up safely on their hyper carry in the Vayne, their kind of very strong, consistent carries on the Orianna and the Shyvana to a lesser extent, and just protecting those with the Tahm Kench and the Shen. And then as opposed to that, on the red side, they really need to play around getting Twitch the tools he needs to be able to carry, and about the Tahm Kench, or I'm sorry, the Twisted Fate in the middle lane playing off of his ultimate, the Sejuani playing off of her strong gank potential pre and post 6. Oh, one thing actually to point out that I did notice while we were loading in here, I don't believe you can even see it in the spectator client. It hasn't been updated yet, but the new rune keystones, both top laners here taking the grasp, meaning we have the Nasus with grasp. I had expected a kleptomancy, which means he'll have more tankiness but less trading potential, or less direct damage trading potential in the lane, you know, less ability to get extra gold.
Yeah, and kind of surprising that we do see both top laners go for that. As you once said, you know, the Kleptomancy kind of preferred choice for Nasus, but also you generally like to see the Aftershock on the Shen, as it does give him extra resistances when he gets the taunt up. But let's throw it down to Kenny Masterlin. We're looking at a Tahm Kench versus Alistar matchup, and it's a very common matchup we've seen in, you know, the preseason so far. Who takes the cake in the bot lane matchup, and why?
I would say Alistar is going to be much stronger than Tahm Kench in the bot lane, just simply because he has a heal for more sustain on the ADC, while Tahm Kench, he has to rely on his W, which is just saving his ADC, not like helping him sustain the lane.
And right now we do see Great Power Fan going to be missing a knockout as Karaoke Machine right now getting an early taunt onto Graze Robber, trying to get a early first blood, but not really going to be able to do so. Both top laners are just innately tanking. And we're going to have to wait and see if it is going to be, you know, Karaoke Machine coming out on top or Graze Robber. It's going to be a really interesting matchup at the top line. However, we do see in the jungle right now, Shyvana nearing towards the river, probably trying to get something done here, but it's going to get spotted out by a red ward as Up is going to be looking more towards the bot side. Eshwan, who do you think has to... Wait, actually, hold on a second. Grace... Okay, sorry. Eshwan, who do you think, you know, has the easier win condition compared to both teams? As we do see both exhausts coming out for both supports, actually, as Switta right now taking really low. The Beats by Pix, he really wants this kill, but he's probably not going to be able to do so as, you know, Switta is going to be able to flash. Beats by Pix, he's really hungry for this. This is not worth it. He's just running down, bot lane. That's not worth it at all. Switta gets the first blood. As Jim Cantor right now, he's looking to get something up towards the top side. Going to be able to walk up for free to get a kill onto the Grace Robber, as he can't really flash out of that.
Apparently Tom Kench has left the game.
Oh. Well,
an unfortunate first blood situation there.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want to see.
I mean, we can't restart now, can we?
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, wait, hold up. Trashed. Gonna get caught up by the Oster here. Gonna get stunned up by Switta. He wants to get the kill here. He wants to make a statement here as Great Power Fan with what a flash. He gets to get right next to Trashed with that condemned there, and that was actually pretty damn sick.
Yeah, very classic situation of a Vayne in lane by herself there. The Alistar kind of just goes in. Even though he had the heal up, Alistar's still able to get the stun off, chase them down, get the damage out that they needed to there.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate with that that Tom Kent's DC.
And we do see right now, Karaoke Machine gonna be taking a little bit of damage. What were you saying, Kenny?
This situation is not that great for, what was it? Karaoke Machine broke, because Twitch has a kill and assist now, with a BF directly coming out from spawn. It's not that great of a situation, with Vayne being behind as well.
Yeah, and KMB, they're looking to play a little bit of a deficit here, especially with a Twitch that's going to be able to kind of snowball in his lane here and have a lot more pressure compared to the Vayne and the Tom Kench. Is, you know, Vayne has a Cole, and you see Switta, he has the BF sword, so it's going to be really tough moving on forward. But we do see Lewis Would Be, he opted for the Mercurial Treads. Why do you think that is?
Generally, a lot of the time you'll see TFs go into those early boots. I think normally a lot of the time you do see the Ionians, though, for the cooldown reduction on their ultimate. But in this case, he went the Merc Treads, I would imagine, just to prevent a lot of that early magic damage from the Orianna, going into the tier 2s to also allow him to hopefully dodge some of these QW combos coming out.
But we do see right now in the mid lane, Hiccup gonna be a little bit in a pickle, as he is gonna be forced to flash out, but that's gonna be a Ignite coming out for Lewis Would Be, and maybe pick up the kill on Hiccup here. No, he's gonna be able to get the shield right on time, and it's gonna be really good for Hiccup, but he is out of summers now. As we do see Great Power Van gonna look for a Headbutt Pulverize, but not gonna be able to do much, as he is gonna get eaten up by Beats by Pix.
Yeah, a lot of action coming out here. We did see, even though Twisted Fate did go those tier 2 boots first with no real damage opportunities, still... Oh, no, not much going on here. Still a lot of damage able to come out from the combination of the Sejuani and Twisted Fate. So those first by Mercury Treads still almost able to get a kill in there with them.
Yeah, and Kenny Master Lin, what are your thoughts on the current pace of the game? You know, who do you think is going to definitely come out on top as we, you know, grow closer and closer to the 10-minute mark? Who do you think is going to aggress for this dragon first?
Well, although our first prediction was Karaoke Machine Pro would have easier time winning this game, from the execution point, we do see Risen Most Wanted. They're looking much ahead. Like, the TF almost got this Orianna kill, Spotland has 2 kills up, and Shyvana can't really go get a dragon.
Yeah, but look at the top lane right now. Graze Robber doing a lot of damage onto Karaoke Machine, and he's going to be able to flash out as he gets successful roam there, and that's going to be really good, as right now Jim Cantor going to try to look to solo the dragon, but he's going to get facial prisoned up, and here comes the blue card coming down from Karaoke Machine Bro. KMB, I don't think that's what you want. That's going to be a great two-man knockup, or taunt, but that's going to be a pulverize coming out as Little Swidby gets the kill on the Jim Cantor. It's beats my pick right now. He's going to be trying to do a lot of damage onto Swida, as right now this is not going well for Karaoke Machine, as Trashed, he's going to be the second to last member remaining. He's going to try to get out of here alive, but not really going to be able to do so when you have a rep of, and I don't think the flash is necessary, but you do see Hot him up right now. He's on the verge of getting eaten by Beats by Picks, but the marks are going to be going down a Hiccup right now. He does have ult still, but I'm not really sure if this is something you're like. That's going to be a two-man knock of Low Swid. He right now doesn't have any mana, and this is going to most likely going to be a kill coming out for Hiccup. Yeah, what a really weird skirmish at turn of events. Dragon gone wrong, but overall, a total of just 2 members dropping on each side.
That was actually 3 members dropped from the side of Karaoke Machine Bro.
Oh, well, close enough.
Well, this leads to even more advantage for the side of Person Most Wanted, but now we're looking at Shyvana wanting this dragon.
Yeah, you say there's an advantage, but, you know, Riz's Most Wanted aren't there in time to really contest this dragon. And, you know, when you're talking about Shyvana, she's just able to clear neutral objectives, like, super fast because she has a lot of percent damage. Thanks to her burnout and her dragon's breath, but also her innate passive to deal 10% more damage. As Karaoke Machine, he's going to be taking a little bit of damage onto Grace Robber.
Yeah, that play originally started out from, you know, that top lane roam had happened, and Shyvana attempted to capitalize on that by getting into the Dragon Pit. But unfortunately, that was warded out, and then both the Sejuani and Twisted Fate ults coming out, kind of turning into a very cluster of a situation there. We did end up, before that Dragon, and I believe that last kill came out, the red side here was only 1k gold ahead, but then getting that kill back. They are back to 1.4k. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a thing going up on the top side right now. As Hot him up, he's going to be able to get the Glacial Prison, and this is going to be a kill going down as Beats by Picks. Oh my god, he gets to eat Karaoke Machine. He's probably going to be able to save Karaoke Machine's life. Great play by Beats by Picks, being able to save his teammate's life. As right now it's going to be a fight that Karaoke Machine Broke want to take. Hot him up, he's going to get taken down as he is really squishy right now. And Jim Catsor on the hunt for Little Swid B. Little Swid B trying to run for his life, but he's going to be having pick cards. But no, that's going to be a Shockwave, and that's going to be a stopwatch being procced by Little Swid B. And he's going to be able to get it all live. Great play overall as Trashed. Right now he's by himself on the bot side, but here comes Karaoke Machine with a teleport as Trashed. He's trying to back away from the turret. That's going to be a taunt coming out from Karaoke Machine, and Great Power Fan going to be taking it lower and lower. As Swida, he's out of mana. He can't really do much, and that's going to be a bot lane. No one's going down there, but great play overall. Shout out to Beats by Picks.
Yeah, I think that was we saw right there a lot of the tools that KMB on the blue side here, we said they needed to play towards. The Tom Kench roaming into the top lane, able to save Karaoke Machine on the Shen, and then right after that, Karaoke Machine backing and heading to the bottom lane, able to save Trashed under the turret. So playing to a lot of their save everybody else comp, I guess I would say. They're not even a carry, but a lot of saves coming out there that they, you know, executed very well moving around the map.
Right now we see Blue being transferred onto Shyvana rather than Orianna. Probably not what Karaoke Machine Bro wanted, but...
Yeah, screw the mid laner, dude. You want to get all the buffs as Shyvana, dude. No mercy. No mercy from Jim Cantor.
She gotta consume the world.
You are the real carry of the team. Screw your laners.
Yeah, one thing to note here is that even with the very large fight occurring earlier, and the here we go.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a skirmish heading up on top of Grace Robber. He's just gonna be able to pop the ultimate and just walk away.
Yeah, the in the bottom lane, even with all the things going on down there, and the Vayne being left by the Tom Kench for a couple of roams. Oh, then we do have first turret coming in here for the blue side as well.
Yep.
Evening up the gold.
And
but on the bottom side, the Vayne, before that back that just occurred, was roughly even or a little bit ahead of the Twitch still, even with the Tom Kench roaming and things of that nature. So the BF sword to the Cole that we saw earlier wasn't quite as bad as we saw, except for that fight that occurred earlier.
yeah, and we do see right now Hiccup gonna be taken. Oh my god, what a flash! He flashes over to Juan and voids great power event, but it's not gonna be enough, is it? He's gonna get it cleansed, and he's gonna get the stay united, and it's gonna be a 2-minute shockwave. That is an amazing play for Hiccup to dodge so much crowd control, as Karaoke Machine is gonna be able to pick up a kill and hot him up, and great power event, he's gonna get taken down! What in the world just happened?
That was actually ridiculous. Again, just seeing the extremely good mechanical play coming out here from Hiccup on the Orianna. Flash over the wall, the beautiful cleanse on the Sejuani ultimate, and then the Shen ultimate coming in as well. Again, just able to play their defensive tools and save their carries and turn it around into kills and advantage for themselves.
Yeah, and now, thanks to the kills from that bot lane skirmish, they're probably going to be looking to get this mid turret. What are your thoughts on Beats My Pick right now, Kenny Masterlane? And wow, has he been doing a great job.
He's definitely been doing a really great job saving his carries on Tom Ken.
Oh wait, but Hiccup, he's not going to be able to outplay that, as Great Power Van sees the opportunity, and he seizes the means of production when Lil Swidby takes the kill onto Hiccup.
Orianna overstaying there with no mana, no summoners, unfortunately, into an Alistar. Not generally a good decision.
Yeah, that's a yikes, man.
I do want to comment on the fact that Risen Most Wanted, they've been taking fight. That seemed like they were going to win, but at the end, they just threw it out the window and turned it. Instead of them getting a lead, they gave Karaoke Machine Broke a lead, which is not what they really want to do.
Oh yeah, of course, and that's mainly going to be coming because right now, Hiccup had a massive outplay, and, you know, if he actually didn't flash in time and actually got knocked up by Great Power Van, he would have just been dead, and Karaoke Machine wouldn't have been able to, you know, get in the middle of the fight and save the day there. So, overall, shouts to Hiccup. That was amazing.
Yeah, really, really good plays there. Going back again to the bottom lane real quick, just looking at some builds. As we said before, the Vayne getting a little bit behind earlier with that BF sword coming out first for the Twitch from that unfortunate first blood. We do see Vayne going into the Blade of the Ruined King build here, possibly deciding to do that as he had started a little bit more behind than he wanted to, but also he is into a team with Nasus, Sejuani, and Alistar, so there will be a lot of HP scaling tanks. Oh, and of course the Rod of Ages on Twisted Fate as well. But
yeah, but oh my god, Beats My Pick gets probably another save here, but that's going to be a TF right in the middle of the team. Swidby not going to be able to get his ultimate in time, and there is Jim Cantor going to be the deafening wall between the two, as Beats My Pick's going to be taking so much damage, and that's going to be a teleport coming out for Karaoke Machine, and man, this Beats My Pick, what was that ultimate? Hiccup going to be whiffing the ultimate complete, but Great Power Van currently just going to be looking like he's going to be a dead cow here. Kobe Beef going to be served up, as Jim Cantor was also able to get a pick onto tie him up.
Man, just
although these unfortunate fights has been going on, I do want to give credit to Risen Most Wanted for keeping the vision up in this Shyvana's jungle. Just look at the brawling jungle. Completely worded.
Yeah, there are wharves, but they keep walking into fights they can't win. You know, they think they get the catches like they almost did with Trashed in the river, but it's immediately responded by Beats My Pick, immediately eating him, flashing out, and running into Jim Cantor, who in return goes in the middle of the fight and protects Trash, allowing him to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, a lot of just, as we've said time and time again, these defensive tools from the blue team here, KMB, able to just turn around these. Oh no, not much action there. Just your standard classic Tom Kench save there. And as we've said, just the Tom Kench saves, the Shen ultimates coming out. Any aggression that the red team here, RMW, attempts to apply is stopped by the defensive tools from the blue team, and then turned around into some, into a dragon, into a turret, into some kills, and just the blue team here, KMB, getting a lot more out of it.
Yeah, we look at Risen's Most Wanted, and their composition really wants to have that really strong format, being able to catch out anyone, anytime, but it's just completely countered by Beats My Picks always be at the right place at the right time, and not to also forget about Karaoke Machine being able to stand united. Anyone who may be in danger, and Graves Robbers, in my opinion, he's not really doing enough to really impact the game right now. What do you think, needs to happen for Risen's Most Wanted in order to really just come back into this game?
I'll start off. Graves Robert has been just farming top lane as Nasus for like a while now, and he hasn't been really responding to these Shen saves and teleports from across the map. But this might be actually what they want, because now that everyone's pretty behind on the side of Risen's Most Wanted, this Nasus becomes really strong. And I mean, not saying that like anyone's weak or anything, but Nasus just he could just scale up even more, being like not dragging attention to himself and just farm up, which is really good.
Yeah, we do see right now in the bot side a little bit of a skirmish going on. Graves Robbers maybe looking to get a kill onto Karaoke Machine, but as the camera pans back, we do see a Rift Herald attempt being going on, and Jim Cantor is going to be able to pick that up for his team, as KM is going to be able to get out from in safety.
Yeah, and again, going into that point of the Nasus scaling, he did go into that first item Spirit Visage both for the protection against the Shen's damage with his Q, and also the cooldown to able to scale up his Q faster. But now that he is building, I would imagine, into this Triforce, that may allow him once... Oh,
here comes pressure. That's going to be a great trip, but oh no, Graves Robber, you are not going to be able to complete a teleport. Karaoke Machine doesn't even have to taunt to get a kill. And that is just going to be Graves Robber being punished for being too far in the bot side.
We saw great usage of Time Kenchi's ulti right there, bringing a teammate into like a surround on Graves Robber, which at the end secured the kill on Nasus rather than him having to allowed to run away.
Yeah, and now there's no teleport for Nasus, as it's just, you know, as he's just wasted it away, and as this mid lane tower is going to go down, hot him up, trying to look for a little bit of engage here, but not really much going to happen, as Trashed is going to get the last hit onto the turret.
Again, going back here to these bottom lane builds real quick, we do see the Vayne with the Blade of the Ruined King finished, and the Cull already finished out for him. Oh, we might have an engage here.
Yeah, maybe, possibly, we might be seeing an engage here, as, you know, there is a Stand United. If anyone gets caught out here, you know, the first thing that's going to happen, we either see the Tom Kench eat someone, or to Stand United, or maybe both at the same time. We're going to have to wait and see. Great Power Van, he's looking to see if he can get an engage out at any time, but it's probably not going to happen, as Graves Robber is going to be forced to go back to the top side to defend, as I figure out how to do this thing. All right, there we go. So, yeah.
Yeah, we are seeing a 4K gold lead here now for KMB on the blue side. They are up 3 turrets, 2 dragons as well. So
and once again, Nasus is going to be drawing pressure, as he is going to be taken down by the 2-man of Jim Cancer Karaoke Machine. But meanwhile on the bot side, that's going to be a Glacier Prison missing, and that's not going to be an... Oh, actually it is! That's going to be a great knockdown to counter any engagement. That's going to be a great Devour to protect Trash, and here comes Karaoke Machine Bro, gets an amazing taunt to Switta, and Switta's gonna be going down. Trash is right now going super aggressive to get the kill on the Switta. He wants to make a statement, he wants to make a point. That's gonna be a Devour for Beats My Picks, and Great Power Event gonna be parked as Karaoke Machine Broke is gonna be in the middle of the whole entire fight. Great play overall.
Wow. Crazy, just the 2-man dive onto the Nasus in the top lane, that Shyvana already with the Frozen Mallet finish, able to just chase him down directly into the Shen ultimate onto them in the bottom lane. Red side attempting to get something done with 2 men in the top lane, but they did not respect the possibility of the Shen coming in during that.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see which team is going to be able to do more with their lead. We did see last game, Karaoke Machine had a lot of trouble closing out the game because Risen's Most Wanted was able to consistently defend. But the way this game's going, I feel like KMB could just shut out the game after they force a Baron.
I'd like to point our attention to the Shyvana, who has been farming constantly non-stop for like past like 5
What is that farm, dude?
Just look at the gold lead, 9.4k compared to 5.9k.
Dude, he has the most gold in the game. What in the world? You see right now, bot lane, they don't even need Shyvana to get this Drake, as that's going to be the 3rd dragon of the game. Heading over to Karaoke Machine Broke. KMB.
I think that was a misplay on the part of Karaoke Machine Broke. Because Shyvana, she gets bonus magic resist and armor.
No,
For
as
dragons,
long
right?
as long as your team takes it, she's fine.
Ah, okay, that was my bad.
Yeah, she
'Cause, like-
currently. I can't tell how many. Well, I'm pretty sure. I can't tell from the client, spectator client, but I'm pretty sure it counts. And right now, Karaoke Machine, he doesn't really care that Gray Power Van is trying to knock him away. He just gets to, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that the Shyvana is currently at around 9,700 gold, which is the highest in the game. The second being the Vayne with roughly 9,300, and the next after that is somewhere in the 8,000 region. So the Shyvana and the Vayne here really pulling away in terms of their gold income here.
Yeah, and we do see right now Beats by Pix trying to lead the charge for his team to get some vision control on Baron as Karaoke Machine. He's just free to push bot as much as he likes. And is that a Trinity Force coming out for... it is Trinity Force coming out for Shyvana. Go figure.
So Shyvana here, highest gold in the game. I would imagine, you know, or highest CS in the game still, just barely beating out the Twist of Fate. Highest gold in the game, attempting to solidify his lead by getting as much damage as possible here to just run down the enemy.
Honestly, though, he doesn't really need more damage as he is the primary engage of Karaoke Machine, though.
But you do realize the description of Trinity Force is tons of damage. Maybe he wants to be the carry of this game. This Shyvana.
Well, I feel like it's not necessary, but given how the game's going right now, I mean, I don't really see any... I can't complain. He's better than me.
Like, if this game goes on longer, that lack of tankiness could play a factor, but with the way they're playing right now and the kind of engages they're getting, I think that extra, small skirmishes could end up being the turning point.
Yeah, we're gonna see right now, it's gonna be a three-pronged attack, a 1-3-1 coming out for... oh no, Trash is gonna get caught out, but... oh, Beats by Pix, once again, to show you why he's the premier brand of support by saying his teammate. But here comes Hot Him Up. He does have to glitch a prison. He wants to get a kill onto Jim Cantor. As Jim Cantor right now, he's going to be forced to run. And we do see another engage. Oh no, there's no town catch to save his lives. Trash gets knocked up, but doesn't really matter. This Vayne is going to be able to take down Great Power Van. And that's going to be his 4th parking ticket of the game. As right now, we do see the mid turret going to be going down here.
Yeah, just even without the... oh, here we go.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight going up. Oh, Hot Him Up, taking a lot of damage. Doesn't have any resistances right now. And he's looking to survive there, as that's going to be one inhibitor going down, and that's going to be the top turret going down, and probably another inhibitor going down too.
Yeah, again, going back to... I just keep going back to it, but these 80 carry builds, Vayne scaling up very nicely, but we do see that Twitch decided to finish the Runans before finishing his Infinity Edge, so not able to really get out as much single target damage as he would like to in a lot of these smaller fights and very quickly ending fights that are happening.
Oh yeah, definitely, and we're gonna see right now Hot Him Up. He's gonna be into a bush of 4 people and gonna be forced to charge out of there, but Hot Him Up, once again, he's on the hunt. He knows that all of them are low, and it's gonna be enough. Sweta in the back line looking to see if he could do anything, but Great Power Van maybe looking to see if he can flash over the wall, but probably not gonna be able to do so, as I think it's actually on cooldown.
Yeah, just it's constant story here. The Shyvana getting way ahead of the Sejuani. I believe that is roughly almost a 5k gold lead from this Shyvana over the Sejuani, just single to single person. So an insane lead here. With the Triforce finished, 2 very expensive items on top of jungle item versus just the Warmogs here for the Sejuani.
And we're gonna see right now the team of Karaoke Machine, they're just free to do whatever they want right now. They have such a huge goal lead of 10k. It doesn't really matter. It's going to take a miracle for Risen's Most Wanted. Kenny, what do you think Risen Most Wanted needs in order to come back in this game?
Well, they really want to fight at Baron, right? They want Karaoke Machine Bro just tanking Baron, just getting their resist down, and Risen Most Wanted just popping out, take the Baron, finish them off, and that might be a really strong goal lead swing.
Yeah, we do see right now Graves Robert trying to make up for his lack of presence by hopefully 1v1ing Karaoke Machine. And right now it is going in favor of Graves Robert, but he does Q a minion for some reason, so we won't know that. Karaoke Machine looking a little bit low, as you always gotta remember Nasus is Nasus, as right now it's gonna be a Baron.
Oh wow.
2-man Baron. That's Tom Kenshin the Shyvana. Pretty much a solo. Good lord.
That just might seal the game from there. And like, it's Baron. They're very ahead. Shyvana's just dominating top and mid and hip down. Just all 5-man bot lane and just win the game off that.
Yeah, I think right now the only hope that RMW on the red side here has right now is pray for KMB to overdive on something stupid, or just, you know, make some huge mistake that they can capitalize on, either with this Nasus damage or possibly getting some miraculous pick. Oh, here we go.
That's not going to be a pick because he's just going to be able to drag his set over the wall. And there's the teleport coming out from Karaoke Machine. He's going to be back in their base, and that's going to be Glacier Priest coming up for on him up. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Trash is going to be able to do whatever he wants. It's Grace Robber trying to do his best to do a lot of damage. It's not going to be enough. Karaoke Machine currently in the backline as those should be also going to be able to stun him up. Trashed is going to be looking pretty low. And wait, is this a fight that Karaoke Machine broke main? Oh, it doesn't even matter. Look at the back line. Right now you can see Jim Casper is trying to end the game. And it's going to be enough probably. He's on the Nexus. He's on the freaking Nexus. And it doesn't even matter if Versus Most Wanted can win.
The game's over.
Yeah, it's over. It's done.
That is...
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one Scare Dragon.
Yeah, I have no words.
Me neither, dude. Did that fight look so well for Risen's Most Wanted? But it only looked well because
the most fed member on the team wasn't there.
Just straight up ends the game. And we do have a 28-minute victory, 2-1, going on to the favor of Karaoke Machine Broke. Although we didn't really see the series, what are you guys' closing thoughts on this game as we figure out if we are going to interview someone or not?
I'd just say even with that unfortunate first blood coming through, the blue team here was able to play to their strengths of their protection comp. Some very good roams from Tom Kench, very good mechanical play from Oriana with that one flash into Dragon, and just able to stifle out any aggression that the red team tried to apply, and the red team not able to scale up as they wanted to.
Could we just get the Dragon in here? Like, seriously?
Well, since we can't really base it off the series, based off this game, we're gonna go down the line. We're actually just gonna start Eshwan. Who do you think is gonna be the MVP of this game?
Of this game, I would have to say, just from, you know, just a quick look, the Shyvana. I mean, Jim Cantor able to, you know, take over most farm in the game. I believe, yeah, should be most gold in the game, just completely taking over the map, farming everywhere, and, you know, doing everything everywhere at all times, and just everything. That's all I can really say.
Well, for me, I would like to give an honorable mention to Karaoke Machine's Broke's bot lane. Trash DDD, he was in the 1v2 lane. He just didn't die. Didn't give any advantage to Swither or Great Power Van. Beat by pick, we saw him throughout the game, saving carries one after another, saving top lanes one after another, which led to like a lot of gold not being given to Risen Most Wanted.
Yeah, and for me, I actually think, in my opinion, Beats by Picks was my MVP of this game because he was able to save Trashed, Hiccup, basically any of the two carries at any given point. He was always there, right place, right time. Also, shoutouts for Hiccup for his sick flash outplaying the Dragon Pit. But my MVP actually goes to Beats by Picks, as he was able to participate in the last game of the series, and he was able to just straight up be there for his team whenever needed, except for that early game mishap.
Actually, could we pull up to the damage dealt screen?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. And we're gonna be pulling in Jim Cantor and Karaoke Machine.
Wow.
Here, so let's get right into the news. Hello, Karaoke Machine and Jim Cantor. Welcome to. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory over Risen's Most Wanted. And it's been a long day for everyone us at Risen, and this was a very unbelievably hyped game. We're sorry we couldn't catch the rest of the series. But first of all, I want to talk to you, Karaoke Machine. What are your thoughts on the series as a whole? How did it go?
So the first game was a little hard. We had what's it called? The Prodigy on the Xerath support, and they got kind of hard camped in the bot lane, and so this got Swida on Vayne. This got really fed, and we couldn't do anything. But after that, we understood. All right, we don't put Suda on Vayne, and then we just win the game. Because what else can he play at that point? No flame.
No flame at all. And, you know, what was the reason behind... You gotta explain something here. What was the reason why I Am a Prodigy had to play the first couple of games before putting it in Beats by Picks? Was it a personal issue, or was it just, you know, a choice by you guys as a team?
So Pix couldn't actually make the first 2 games. He was actually... So he was supposed to fly in, because he was at his parents' house, and then he flew into... he was supposed to fly back to his place in New York, his dorm. But his flight got canceled on Thursday, so he actually had the flight today. And so he flew today, he had like a train ride and whatever, and he just got home right when Game 3 started. So we're like, hey, we got Pix back. Let's go.
Yeah. Now I want to turn the attention to our MVP, given to our casters due to his Game 3 performance, is actually going to be Jim Cantor. First of all, great game overall. Congratulations on getting the MVP and also getting a bunch of gold because you were just basically farming the whole game. Why in your opinion is Shyvana strong right now? Why does Shyvana pick?
If you know how to macro the map and like outmaneuver the enemy team, you can just do whatever you want pretty much. That's pretty much what it is, because you can push as hard as you possibly can and farm up beyond everything. You just get gold like that. So if you're able to out-macro them, you can pretty much win every game.
I actually have a question for you, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the damage chart, we see you barely doing a couple hundred more damage than this Alistar. What do you think about that? Did you feel like you're really impactful, even despite the low damage though?
I took 4 towers, so let's see how much objective damage did I do though? Yeah, I did 35k objective damage.
Yeah, it's basically doing the Nasus's job, but like 10 times better.
Yeah. pretty much.
Yeah, so the Nasus needed a scale, but he was always matched by me because he can't even match Jim. Jim was too strong at that point.
Right.
Jim would like kill him so fast.
I think that's also another thing. No one wanted to fight me. They just knocked me away.
Jim Cantor, another question for you, man. Although I didn't really get to see you throughout the series, you know, you've been picking a lot of champions that a lot of people would just not really deem meta in the jungle. You know, before in play-ins, we'd see you a couple times under Shyvana, sometimes on Kayn. You know, what are your thoughts of just picking, you know, champions that not really considered, you know, also the Kindred too. What are your thoughts of picking champions not really considered meta by the jungle? And what are your thoughts on the jungle meta overall?
I hate the jungle meta. Absolutely jungle meta.
Yeah, so
I had a mental breakdown, switched to mid lane, and lost 2 divisions.
yeah, he had a little breakdown.
Oh.
He was D1 not a few weeks ago. Now don't look
Yeah,
at
I was
his
like
account.
D1 50 LP, D3 playing mid lane.
Oh. Well, another question.
What are your thoughts on the mid lane meta?
I'm not playing it anymore.
You got enough.
I realized people were worse junglers than me, so I went back.
He's really good at jungle.
Eshron, you got any questions?
I don't think so. I was the first one who said, you know, Shyvana for MVP, the crazy amount of gold, crazy amount of farm, and then I went and looked at that damage chart, and I was like, man, that's ridiculous. Actually, the least damage on the team, even below the Tahm Kench, but just even with that applying so much map pressure was insane. Let's say like, wow, that was a great performance.
It was just kind of weird. As soon as like every single time I was about to push, the team fight broke up perfectly. My team was able to like hold off the team fight or win it, so I could just endlessly push the game.
I have a question for Karaoke actually.
Yeah.
How did you manage to pull a 1 damage crit?
A 1 day? I don't know, dude. That's probably a glitch.
Yeah,
You did. You did.
Alright, moving on. I think that's the topic. Jesus Christ, you weren't kidding. Alright, anyways, moving on. I think another topic we do want to talk about is your recent roster requirement with Trash now playing for you guys as the ADC. What has it been like having Trashed as your new ADC, and how has that changed your team dynamic?
So we picked up Trash as a sub though, so he's not gonna be the starter most of the time.
Right.
So Prodigy's gonna come back. We used Trash this series just because Prodigy has been out for like 3 weeks or something.
Mhm.
He hasn't been able to play at all, so he's quite rusty. So I didn't really want to like throw him on ADC.
Right.
And there's this whole Soda and Trash, they just don't like each other or something. I don't know. Dude. It's pretty funny though. I really like it. I'm all about the banter and flame.
Yeah.
Maybe
and
a little less.
now you guys are at a 2-1 score. Correct me if I'm not wrong. And now next week you guys are actually going to be against Hemlo, argued to be one of the better teams in the league right now. What are your thoughts on Hemlo as a team? Because they did just lose 2-0 to the Rose.
Wait, did they lost 0-2 to D-Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, Hemlo's trash then. But they always beat us in scrims, so they're not actually trash. They're just trolling. I don't think we won a scrim game against Hemlo, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
We'll bust something out.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Anyways, we are going to be... I think that's pretty much all I have. Any closing thoughts from anyone here?
Shit talking channel.
Crazy composition, great execution, crazy Tom Kench saves. That Orianna flash was amazing.
Oh
Crazy
yeah,
game.
dude, Hiccup was insane, dude. What the hell?
Dude, Hiccup's so good.
Yeah, Hiccup's a beast. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, you missed game 2, dude. Well, game 2 it was more just like we had to protect the trash comp, but and then I was just like Cho'Gath.
Wait, what happened? All right, what happened games 1, dude? What happened game 1?
We gave Soda his only champ he can hard carry on. They hard camped our MF Xerath lane, bot lane, and the Taric was super annoying. So we couldn't do shit. They had a Taric, we couldn't do shit with Xerath MF. They got hard camped with the Sejuani and TF, so we just couldn't do anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game 2 is pretty much the same thing as Game 3, except I was on Kane.
Yeah, he was on Kane.
I was tower diving Ornn.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
I saw that, dude. That was like the first thing I saw when I was streaming it. Jesus
Yeah, dude,
Christ.
we gave them Ornn because we didn't give a fuck, dude.
Holy crap, dude. Anyways,
They-
any of the casters have any closing questions here? Anyone?
Don't believe so.
I actually do. So people have been questioning your pick bands character machine. What's your thoughts on that?
They're retarded.
Excellent closing comment. Thank you.
Yeah,
My
excellent.
my bands are always spelled pizza, so
Yeah, that's why Joe doesn't do pick band. We get nowhere to do pick band.
Anyways, karaoke machine. Do you have any closing thoughts to close tonight?
Yeah, Swida does not know the way.
Do you know the way?
I know the way. Follow me.
Jim, how about you, man? Do you have any closing thoughts?
spit on him.
Alright, you two are memes. Thank you so much for having the interview, and best of luck. Congratulations on the 2-1, and best of luck moving forward on for Champions League. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anyways, moving on, we're going to be closing tonight with just no more games because my voice is parched. Casters, you guys have any closing thoughts about today as a whole?
Great games. From the one I saw, I imagine they were all excellent.
Excellent insight, Ishwan. And how about you, Kenny?
I don't have much to say, but like, it's today's what?
All right,
What
all
was
right.
I get?
All right,
What was I-
Hiccup. I'll let you get in here. Go in a pregame channel. We'll let you get some closing comments too, Hiccup, just for your play if you're still there. But yeah, oh my God, that was like 4 games today, 3 games or 4. I don't know.
That was 4 games for you, right?
Pretty good week for Champions League, I think. Okay, I don't
Hey,
think. Oh,
Hiccup's
there he is.
Let's move him in.
All right, you got.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Pick
Great,
up the grill.
great play on the Orianna W. Or Orianna Flash. How was that like?
Thank you very much. When that was happening, I was just like, I was so scared. Cause like, I just like am walking to mid lane, right? Normally. And then like all these people just come out of bush and I'm like, holy moly, I'm dead. And And I see a wall. I'm like, alright, I have flash, I'll just flash it. And then after like all that was done, we won the fight. I was just like, how dare you try to bamboozle me?
Yikes, dude.
Those are legit my words.
She did say that.
All right.
Yeah.
Alright,
It was pretty cool.
Thank you for the insight on your amazing play, Hiccup, and congratulations on the 2-1.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Anyone else have any closing thoughts? I think I've hit the
Yeah.
peak. I think I've hit a point in which I don't want to do this anymore.
I got one last closing thought.
Anyone? All right.
Yeah, I got one.
What?
Thank you, karaoke machine.
All right,
The only reason
everyone.
why I care.
Everyone, we gotta click for our Ugandan brothers.
Dude, my queen.
Okay. Alright.
Let's end it.
Alright, we're done.
End
We're
it.
gonna end it.
Screen.
My name is XT. I am joined by Kenny Master Lin, Karaoke Machine Hiccup. I don't know what your numbers are. And Eshron, thank you all so much for.
1357.
Okay, whatever.
1357.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining on this second cast of Resident Esports, and stay tuned for next week. And when we go into week 4 of Champions League, please end me now.
You have 6 more weeks to go.